Sacrifice so special, you abusing the years. Lord forgive my brother, he's so loud, yeah. Gotta spoon feed you like a baby, cause you new to this. I pray to see them gates, that's all I want, yeah. Girl, you know we only see the body. I'm loading up on faith, I got deposits. Scriptures in my palm, my angel status. This ain't for the weak, and that's a promise, yeah.
Yeah, double-minded, I can't deal with it. Thinking back on my father's day in the field with it. A lot of Israel fathers receiving jail visits. Wicked spirits.
Lord willing, you will. Elder, how you doing? It's been a minute. Come talk to us for a couple minutes, Lord willing. Hey, how you doing, brother? What's going on, brother? Hey, you know your nationality? Alright. Is your father a so-called black, Latino, or Native American? Call Yahweh Shema Mashiach Malaki Awashai. The water for another beautiful Shabbat and another opportunity to come out here and rightly divide the word and truth and sincerity according to the Most High's will. Let me get the book of Acts chapter 28 and verse 31. And let me get the book of Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 30.
The book of Acts chapter 28 and verse 31.
Bring it up.
Preaching the kingdom of the Most High and teaching those things which concern the Lord Yahweh Shai.
We out here preaching the kingdom of the Most High God Yahweh and the things that concern the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Read on.
With all confidence.
With all what?
With all confidence.
No, we scared about it.
With all confidence. No man forbidding him.
With all confidence, no man forbidding him. So we're not going to let man, woman, child, damn, beast, whatever, stop us from preaching this word.
That's right.
Right? We out here to do the work of the Most High God, Lord willing, on the right-hand side and compel the lost sheep of the house of Israel to come on home. Our job is to win souls for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Bring that up.
This is Proverbs 11 and 30.
Bring it out.
The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life. And he that winneth souls is wise.
He that winneth souls is wise. So that's what we out here trying to do. Hey, sister. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm blessed. Do you know your nationality? Good question, huh? Oh, praise. I couldn't hear you, sister.
I think Massa was in our cabin somewhere, so I can't really tell.
Oh, okay. Do you know your father? Your earthly father?
Not like I want to.
Okay. What was his nationality? Was he a so-called black, Latino, or Native American man?
I thought he was a Hebrew Jew.
A Hebrew Jew?
Hebrew or Jew.
A Hebrew Israelite? Okay, all praises. So if he was a so-called black, Latino, or Native American man, then we're strongly led to believe you would be an Israelite as well.
That's right.
I agree with that.
Do you know who the Israelites are?
Not really, y'all.
Okay, it is us. But who are the Israelites to the Most High God?
I don't really know that.
Okay, all praise to the Most High. All right, let me get, yeah, you can start there.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses was speaking unto all Israel. Let me get that. So these are the words that Moses was speaking unto the Israelites. All right, so Moses was speaking to the children of Israel. Let me get 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the Lord said the Israelites are a holy people. You know what it means to be holy?
I don't want to get the wrong answers, but
That's okay, sister. We up here to teach. Holy means to be set apart. It means to be different. So to be set apart from the world and worldly ways. You see what I'm saying? It's more so of walking in the spirit. Okay? So he said that the Israelites are a set apart people. They're a different kind of people. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Now my original question was, well, not my original, but my second question is, do you know who the Israelites are to the Most High God? So we just read that the Lord said the Israelites are a special people to him. Okay? So we're going to keep reading. We're going to see how special he said that we are and that you are to him. Okay?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Lord said when he looks down on the earth, all nationalities of people aren't equal in his eyes. He has a chosen and a special people.
That's right.
That he is dealing with, that he loves, that he sent his son to die for. And that's the children of Israel. Okay? So let me show you. Go ahead, bring this out, King.
This is 1 Peter 2:9.
Bring it out.
But ye are a chosen generation.
We are a chosen generation. So once again, just further expounding on us being that chosen people. Go ahead.
A royal priesthood.
A royal priesthood. We're royalty on this earth. Did you know that? Okay, all praise.
And holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
See, now there's a reason why we don't know that we're a royal people on this earth. It's a couple reasons why. Let me get Jeremiah 17:4, and let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
See, the Lord said because we broke his laws, his statutes, and his commandments, he was going to discontinue us from our heritage. That's why we don't know who we are. A lot of us don't know that we're the Hebrew Israelites. Most of the people that will come up and we ask what their nationality is, they tell us black or African American or Indian or Mexican, because they've been going by these bywords for so long that we truly believe that's who we are. But this Bible is a heritage and history book about our people. And never once in here did he call us an African American.
That's right.
Or a nigga. You see what I'm saying? So we got to start going by what the Most High God called us and not by what the world calls us. All right? So what's your name, sister? Stephanie. So Stephanie, I want you to, Lord willing, today, make this the last day that you identify as an African American or black woman. Because it's disrespectful. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. An Israelite. You're God's chosen people. You're a royal princess on this earth.
That's right.
According to the Most High God. All praise to the Most High. So let me show you this, sister. Give me that 28 and 45. This is another reason why we don't know who we are.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
Bring it out.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
So the Lord said that his chosen people were going to have curses put upon them by him. Let me show you why.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So hearken means to listen. So what's being said here is you didn't listen to the laws, statutes, and commandments that I gave you as a people that made you set apart and made you different than everybody else. So I'm going to put curses on you for not being obedient. Right? Read on.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So that, and they shall be upon thee, is talking about those curses. So the curses are going to be upon the children of Israel for a sign. Because we just read that we was going to be discontinued from our heritage, right? So the Lord left a punishment, but the punishment is also a sign. It serves two purposes. It's to teach you to keep his commandments, and it's also to lead you back to your real nationality. Because when you get in the Bible and start reading these curses, that is the sign. Whoever fits these curses are the Israelites. Because the sign is made to identify to you who the Israelites are. The curses. Bring it back from 46. Watch. Bring it back from 46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So those curses will be upon you for a sign.
And for a wonder.
And for a wonder.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon thy seed forever, until the Son of God comes back to redeem us from those curses. Right? So give me verse 16. So whoever these curses fit are the Israelites, correct? All praise to the Most High. We're going to get 2 curses.
This is Deuteronomy 28:16.
Bring it out.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So cursed shall thou be in the city. What is the worst part of any city that you go to? What is it called?
It's called ghetto.
It's called the ghetto. Exactly. So predominantly so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans overpopulate the ghetto, right? That's because thousands of years ago, the Lord told us, you don't keep my commandments, I'm going to curse you in the city. So it's not by just some weird chance, and it's not just because it's systematically designed that way. It's because the Lord said it was going to happen. So now anywhere we go, when we go to the hood, that's where we at. For not keeping the commandments. You see how this Bible really explains life and what's really going on? Okay, let's keep reading. Give me the second part of that 16.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
The Lord said also, I'm going to curse the Israelites in the field. So, the sugarcane field, the tobacco field, the cotton field, the strawberry field, the work field of today, seeing that we are the last to get hired and the first to get fired. Who was in those fields slaving? Black people, so-called blacks. They had the Latinos and Native Americans in those fields too. Because when they came and stole this land from them, they put them into slavery. So they fit that curse as well. Now the Lord said, I'm going to curse the Israelites in that manner, and we're cursed in that manner. So who are we? Exactly. See that? And we know that through the Spirit that you gave that answer already, but we wanted to further expound and prove it through the word that the Lord said we was the Israelites. Because I'm just a man. I could be telling you anything, right? So we got to prove it with the words of the Lord. All right, so since we, give me 15.
This is Deuteronomy 28:15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So what does hearken mean? All praise to the Most High.
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So why did we get cursed?
Because we were not following the rules.
Exactly. We don't keep the commandments of the Most High God, right? So instead of breaking God's commandments and being cursed, what should we do? All praise to the Most High. So we got to keep these commandments that we broke. Because just like he promised us we would be cursed, he also promised us that if we come back and keep these commandments, we'll be blessed. Right? So let us give you 2 commandments real quick that you can, Lord willing, try to start working on, okay? All praise to the Most High. Give me Leviticus 11. Start at verse 7. Now remember, first, let me get Sirach 24 and 23. Because this is very important that you remember that this Bible is not connected to man-made religion. We don't teach religion up here because the religions is actually what's leading our people astray. Because anytime we go to church, they don't teach us that we're the Israelites of this Bible. They don't teach us that we have to keep the commandments of the so-called Old Testament anymore. They say that the coming of Christ means we no longer had to keep those things. But that's not true. We just can repent through Christ now when we fall short of those commandments. Right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 23.
Bring it up.
All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God, even the law which Moses commanded for an heritage.
For what?
For an heritage.
Religion.
For an heritage.
So the law was commanded, God commanded Moses to give the children of Israel the law as a heritage, just a way of life, how I want you to live. So you can be a different and set apart kind of people. Because these laws aren't for everybody to follow. They're for the children of Israel to follow. That's why the children of Israel, give me Amos 3 and 1, are the only ones being punished for breaking those commandments. Read on.
For an heritage unto the congregation of Jacob.
See that? So Jacob is our forefather. He's the progenitor of the Israelites. Jacob had 12 sons, and we all descend from one of those 12 sons. Okay? Give me Genesis 35 and 10. Let me give you a couple more, sister. Give me Genesis 35 and 10 so I can explain that a little further. Con.
Let's start from 1. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, black people.
O children of Israel.
Native Americans.
O children of Israel.
Who's the Lord speaking to, sister? All praises is speaking to the Israelites. Because there are other people of color who don't fit these curses. Like the East Indian man. Some East Indians in like the 7-Elevens, you'll go in there and they'll be darker than you or me. But it doesn't make them of the same bloodline as us. Alright, so it's not about the skin color, it's about the bloodline. Okay? Bring it back from the top.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known.
Hold on. We've been taught that the Lord is dealing with everybody as his people, right?
You only have I known.
But what they teach us in church is that the Lord knows everyone to be his people, right?
You only have I known.
So in the Bible, it says something completely different from what we learn in the world. He said, you only have I known. Read. And that's not to say that the Lord doesn't know of all his creations, but that's to say that he's only dealing with the Israelites in a certain manner. We're the only ones that's his children. Read on.
Of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. So it's a bunch of people on the earth, but you're only my children. Therefore I punish you for your iniquities. Do you have children? Okay, so when I was a child, if I was to be caught doing something I wasn't supposed to do, and let's say I was doing it with some friends outside, my mom gonna come up and she's gonna pull me away and punish me because I'm her child. She's not gonna punish the other children. That's the same thing that the Lord is saying here. You're my children. So therefore, when you sin, I'm gonna punish you. I'm not worried about everybody else. I created them, but I made you to be a set apart and different kind of people. You see that? All praise to the Most High. What you have? Okay, Kyle.
The book of Genesis, chapter 35 and verse 10. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob.
So remember, we said Jacob. Well, the Bible says Jacob is the progenitor of the Israelites. Right? Go ahead.
Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name.
But what?
But Israel shall be thy name.
So God changed Jacob's name to Israel. ITE on the back of a word, that suffix means to pertain to descend from. Salaki, mean to descend from. So if you take Israel and put ITE on the end of it, you get Israelite because we descend from the man named Israel. You see that? His name was once Jacob. God changed his name to Israel. He had 12 sons, so those are the Israelites.
That's right.
And we come from those sons. All praise to the Most High. So let me give you those two laws. Give me Leviticus 11.
This is Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine.
You know what the swine is, sister? Do you eat pork? All praise to the Most High. All praises that the Lord took the taste for pork away from you.
That's right.
All right, because let's see what the Lord said about pork.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
Now, the Lord said that the pork is unclean to you. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12 real quick. Now, the Lord said that pig is unclean to you. Why do you think he would say that? Well, that is the reason why. A furthermore reason why is because the pig is disgusting. It's the trash can of the animal kingdom, exactly. It eats anything. So when we eat pig, we're eating everything that pig eats. So the Lord said, don't eat pig. We don't listen to things like that, so what's the result of that? We lead all nations of people in high blood pressure, cancer, and just all type of diseases in that manner. And we kind of wonder and ask ourselves, like, why is it us? Are they targeting us? Are they making us to be the ones to have these diseases at the highest rate? It's because of things like that. we eat pork when the Lord Ben told us not to? Bring that out, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now Israel.
And now who?
And now Israel. What doth the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
What else?
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Do what?
To keep the commandments of the Lord
Read on.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
For thy what?
For thy good.
For thy good. So if the Lord created all animals, he know what he made good and what he made bad. And he gave us these laws for our good. He's obviously telling us not to eat pork for our own good. You see what I'm saying? So give me, keep reading.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
So he said that pig is so dirty and nasty, I don't even want you touching the carcass of a pig, which is a dead pig. So when you really think about it, if you touch a piece of pork bacon, that's a dead pig. So we can't even touch things like that.
That's right.
Because the Lord said it's unclean to you. All right, you read.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So the Lord said, you can step out of the rain system. The Lord said, if it's coming out of any body of water, for the Israelites to eat it, it has to meet two requirements. It's got to have fins, and it's got to have scales. So what's some things in the water that we indulge in? Well, not us per se, because we now know that we can't, but our people love to eat that does not have fins and scales. Catfish, all praises, crab, shrimp. Well, it doesn't have fins, so it wouldn't meet the requirements regardless. Exactly. So crab, shrimp, lobster, oysters, catfish, all those things he told us not to eat for our good. Because everything the Lord tells us to do just makes perfect sense. That's a bottom feeder, and they're designed to clean the bottom of the ocean. So just with common sense, the Lord told us don't eat something that are designed to clean. Roaches. Exactly. They water pigs. We'll say that because they an abomination just like the pig is. Exactly. They water pigs. Exactly. So we can't put that in our body. First and foremost, because the Lord said not to do it. And two, it just doesn't make any sense to you. Okay? So let's give you one more law. Give me numbers. So what can't we eat according to the Lord?
Anything without fins or scales.
All praises to the Most High. And what about that pig? All praises. All praises. All praises. A dead pig. Yeah, go ahead, give me that.
This is Numbers 15 and 37.
Bring it out.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Unto who?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
What's your nationality system? All praise to the Most High. Read on.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
The Lord said, I command you to make fringes in the borders of your garments throughout your generations. This is fringes. And you'll see up here that all of us have them on the borders of our garments because we're commanded to as the children of Israel. Now, there's a reason why he told us to do this stuff. And he said for you to do it throughout your generations. So, with that being said, as long as we're generating and having children, what should we still be doing? All praise to the Most High. We still got to be wearing fringes. Okay, read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of what?
A ribbon of blue.
It's got to have a ribbon of blue on the borders. It can be any blue, but it has to be blue. Okay, read on.
And this should be unto you for a fringe.
For a what?
For a fringe.
Now, do you see this everywhere you go on our people? So, if holy means to be set apart, wouldn't you say when you're wearing your fringes on, you set apart because you don't see this much? So that's moving in a holy manner when you're wearing your fringes as God commanded us to do so.
That's right.
Okay? Read on.
That ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Now that is the purpose of the fringes. The Lord said, I want to give you a reminder every day because it's supposed to be on the bottom of all your clothing. So I want to give you a reminder of all my commandments. Because I know what's out there. I know that there's lust and that there's sin and that there's temptation everywhere you go. So I want to give you a armor in a sense to help you remember the commandments that I give you and what?
And do them.
And what?
And do them.
And do them. It's a reminder. So like if you are to go out to eat with your family and you see some pork on the menu or you see some crab, shrimp, and lobster on the menu and your flesh is kind of telling you like, man, I ain't had no shrimp in a while. I really want some. But you got those fringes on and you look down and you see. Exactly. It's going to help you stay in the spirit of being obedient to your God.
Right.
Okay? So, what's your nationality? All praises. Are you a black woman, sister? All praises. All praises. And what do the Israelites have to do? Well, yes, but what is that? When he tells us to wear fringes, what is that? All praises. All praise to the Most High. So the Israelites got to keep the commandments. All praise to the Most High. So the Israelites got to keep the commandments. Let me give you one more. Revelation 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
So that's one thing we have to do while we patiently waiting on the Son of God to come back. What else?
And the faith of Jesus.
Okay. So also the faith is something that we have to have. So we have to keep the commandments and we also have to keep the faith. And who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Because his name wasn't Jesus Christ. Okay. His name was Yahweh Shai. Because our original language is Paleo-Hebrew. That's what this Bible was originally written in. And there is no letter J in our original language. So the name Jesus came about from, well, let's just bring it out real quick. Go ahead, Ken. The Maccabees.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen.
Salakia, the heathen is any nationality that's not an Israelite. Okay?
Wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
See that? So not only did they paint the likeness of their image against what the Bible describes him to look more like on this side, they also changed the name. Because when they created him, they had to give him a name. They called him Jesus. Okay? So we have to keep the faith in Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves. That's what his name means. We have to keep the faith in Yahweh Shai, that he is going to come back and save us, and that he is the Son of God, while we also keep the commandments to the best of our ability. Okay? Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm trying to see, I'm interested in, like, is that
Oh, definitely. So what we can do is we can give you our YouTube page information because we do a lot of teaching on YouTube. So like when you're in the comfort of your own home or you're in the car, you can turn on the YouTube and just listen to these words of life. Okay, give me John 6 and 63. And also, everything is going to be found in the Bible as well. Everything that we need to know as Israelites, how to operate, how to live.
what about the, I've heard that there are different versions.
So the thing is, when you say different versions, all that's talking about is different translations.
Oh, okay.
Because with each translation, they try to just make it easier to read. We prefer the King James, and we really prefer the King James. Is this 1611? Hold it up here. We really prefer the King James, including the Apocrypha, right? Because that's the original King James, the 1611 version, before they took the Apocrypha out of all the Bibles that we have. Okay? So, what, Amazon. Amazon, yep. Order them on Amazon. And we'll send you the link for that as well, because we want to connect you with our YouTube page and everything like that. And we also teach throughout the week on the Zoom app. We have Bible studies to where we invite people to come and fellowship with us, and we just uplift each other in the Word, teach our people about their heritage, their nationality, and how to serve the Most High God according to the Scriptures. Okay? So if we could take... it'll be on Mondays at 6:30, 6 o'clock. It'll be on Monday at 6 o'clock. So, and Fridays. So we'll send you all that information if you could leave your number with our brother here, and we'll send you the YouTube link, and we'll send you the link for the Zoom calls as well. Lord willing.
I don't know nobody on this road that can save your soul. Almost lost control now. Tell me what you need in a friend and now. Pray that we endure to the end again. I'm just saying that I'm here for you. When the world turn against you, I'ma be with you. Got my sword in my hand, you can count on me. I won't run and hide, fight mightily. Waiting on O.F.I. See the Jacob, I'm the apple of my father's eye. I learned the truth for who I was and it made me cry. If I don't keep the laws of Yah, then I'm gonna die. Living curses, but I'm edifying in my verses. Prepare the hearses.